Good morning, everybody. How are we all doing today? It's Warhammer Day, which means that we have a delightful Warhammer preview to watch, which should be beginning in about half an hour or so. So I figured we would hang out, maybe discuss what we think we might be seeing today, and chill until we get started over on Twitch. How are you guys doing? Hello, I see there's several of you already hanging out in chat. Havman, Oliver, it is lovely to have you both here. How are you this morning, or this evening, I suppose, for some of you? I know for Havman, it's probably in the morning if I recall, but Oliver, I think you're in the UK, are you not? So would it be evening for you right now? I suppose it might be, right? Also, check out the spicy new camera. It's so crisp, it's so clear, it's so clean. I love it. It's very, very good. We will switch over to the, the actual YouTubes or the Twitch, I suppose, once they get closer to starting. But I figured for right now, I mean, we're just chatting, right? So what's there to look at until we decide to talk about something specifically on the Warhammer community website or something like that. It's 4:30 here. It's morning for you, Oliver? Okay, I couldn't remember if you were where you were in the world. I know I've gotten some of you guys placed where you are because we talk about it often enough, and some of you are frequent enough. I'm like, oh, I'm learning. But I haven't got everybody down. It's 4:30 a.m., Gordon?
You have forgotten my instructions on what to do on these streaming days, haven't you?
Yes.
Check out the previews that came out from Warhammer this past week. Watch the Carbot animation about Space Marine 2.
Oh, yeah.
Entertain the fine folks.
Well, I was chatting with them first.
And you are free to do so, but I know you would forget.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I actually do want to share the Carbot thing. That was amazing. I watched that this morning, and that was so good. Actually, let me go over to YouTube while we're just chatting here, and I will pull that up so that we can watch that, because it was so good. But yes, I'm so glad that you guys are doing well and that you're all here for some delightful fun. West Coast is the best coast? Yeah! I say shamefully because I grew up mostly on the East Coast and, well...
I'm from Tennessee.
I actually can't say that. I wasn't East Coast
I was gonna say, no, you're not.
Well, I feel like I grew up there because that's where I went to college and finished most of my high school. So and that's the part that I remember the most. So I feel like it's the most prominent thing. Good morning. Everybody's saying hello to you, by the way. Carbot, they are a great animation YouTube page.
If you have ever watched StarCraft or Warcraft cartoons,
yes, you've probably seen them. Well, I will show you here. Let me switch over. Let me go into stream mode. Hello. And hey, look, there you guys are. Look at you. Sorry, I don't know why I was treating you like you were babies for some reason. I have an ad. Hold on.
Oh, you're not logged into my account.
No, because you put me on
you have to
Chrome.
Well, because we have to be on Chrome because
I know.
The new Warhammer community does not work.
Okay, it's fine. I skipped through it. Okay, let me go boop. Full screen.
Go theater view.
Oh, theater? Okay.
That way you're not blocking as much.
Oh, exit full screen. Okay. And then theater mode. Oh. All right. I don't think I've ever used theater mode on this. Also, let me unmute audio for you.
Turn up audio too, so it's at -10.
You got it. Doop. There we go.
That way they can actually hear it.
Excellent. Let's see. Do we have sound? Yes.
Hey. This is the plot of Space Marine.
This is the plot.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. This is the plot of Space Marine 2. I love this animation because all of it is done with these grunts, and I just think it'd be so fun to film for this.
In the beginning, Titus was an angry Marine in black armor, but he was not a Black Templar. Don't get that confused.
Don't get that confused.
Dude, slap a white cross on him, he's a Templar.
It's true. Good morning! You're painting some skinks this morning, Brett? That's awesome.
and then Titus died. But then a great man repaired him and rebuilt him. This man's name? No one knows.
No one knows.
No, I'm tough. For me.
Dicerberg? Do you know Dicerberg? Or
I know it's really, wait.
it's something to do with Tennessee, I think. It says free radio.
I know it's a car company, but that's not... How's it spelled?
He's not sure if he spelled it correctly, but he spelled it Dysersberg. Dicerberg. I might be mispronouncing it. I love how happy and like tail waggy all the horses are.
Brother! Heretic! I mean, brother!
I'm so sad that I have not seen a compilation of everybody saying brother, by the way. I really thought that was going to happen on somebody, like from somebody. Right? It does. It does match the experience for Space Marine 2 perfectly. I agree.
Apologies, I'm not super familiar with that. They're from Chattanooga.
Got it.
And they're on kind of opposite corners of the state.
Ah, got it. Ah, heretic! Aww. This was one of my favorite scenes in the entire thing. Brother, heretic! And that's
best friend.
Was the plot of Space Marine
was the
2.
plot of Space Marine 2. Also, there's a delightful calendar that you can get from him. If you have not checked out Carbot animations before, they do great stuff. They do
hundreds of them.
Hundreds of
They've
animations.
been doing it for like 15 years.
Yeah,
man.
it's crazy how long they've been doing it. They do, like, there's some that like feature Elden Ring, there's some that feature StarCraft and like a lot of the old Blizzard games and everything. Lots of really great stuff, right? It's so good. It's definitely exactly the plot of Space Marine 2. No comments needed whatsoever.
Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Can you please go to Simon's page? They have a preview that came out 3 days ago.
Sure. Let's check out Cool Mini or not. The super fantasy.
Yeah, purple one, yeah.
No, ad. Skip. Okay. It's brawl time. Ooh, interesting.
I thought it might have been a Blood Bowl thing at first, but it appears to just be skirmishy.
Yeah, I think it's just a skirmishy. Oh, but it's got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Super Fantasy Brawl Reborn. I don't know.
Are they doing the Fortnite thing on a board game?
Maybe.
Well, it would make sense. Isn't like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is owned by like Nickelodeon?
Yes.
It's the same people who are doing that fighting game that's a not a parody, but a copy of Smash Brothers.
Oh.
You know, the one that has like that has like all the Nickelodeon characters.
Yeah.
The turtles.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's like that.
It might be. That's kind of cool. It's very interesting. Hello, Alex. Welcome to the stream. You were wondering why the Nid models were so similar to the Zerglings. Oh yeah, they Blizzard at one point was partnered with Games Workshop, and
So
if not for like
to give the actual correct history on that, because they weren't officially partnered.
Oh, was that they weren't okay?
So at the time, the company that is Blizzard was working on the RTS that would become
Warcraft, yeah.
Okay. And they took heavy inspiration from Warhammer Fantasy when making that one. When they decided to make their science fiction one, they started talking to Games Workshop about licensing the IP.
Okay.
But they basically decided it wasn't worth the cost.
I see.
But it was obviously still a very close love letter to the genre.
Because
you haven't actually played StarCraft 1, but like you would never mistake StarCraft 1 for the Warhammer universe.
That makes
there's dudes in power armor.
Yeah.
But like the politics, the religion, all of that.
Yeah.
The culture is very much more Star Wars.
That makes sense to me because honestly, even in StarCraft 2, which I know is at that point like very removed from the original potential licensing or whatever, but I still feel like I never it was still always very distinct. And while I could definitely say like yes, the Zerg remind me of Tyranids, I would never have been like they're Tyranids specifically. But yeah, if you did not know, there was a point where there almost was a partnership between Blizzard and GW, and the license would have been for StarCraft to be a Warhammer 40k game, which would have been really cool. But sadly, that is not what happened. I'm sure GW greatly regrets that.
I do believe they ended up giving selling the license to another developer who made a not well remembered 40k.
Oh, really?
Game. Yeah, you know, whenever Good Old Games or somebody will do a bundle, there'll be there's 50 games of Warhammer that came out between 1995 and 2010.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
Got it. That makes sense. I was gonna say, and then we all got Dawn of War. No one cared anymore.
Yeah. That isn't the one I'm talking about, though.
No. That was because that one's a really good.
Well, also, I think
RTS.
that one ended up coming out around the time of StarCraft 2. I think maybe a little bit before it.
Oh, okay.
But there had been a couple of years of development between StarCraft 1's release, Brood War's release, and Dawn of War.
Nice. I just saw, so I'm on Warhammer Community. I just saw a really, what? They made helmets? Weta's making helmets? I don't want to be in, oh, okay. Well, I have to go into full screen for this one. Sorry, guys. That's what I'm wondering. I'm like, is this like the Black, I almost said Black Library. Is this like the Black series from Hasbro where you can actually wear them? No. Oh, that's so disappointing. I'm whelmed.
I'm underwhelmed, I'll be honest. I was expecting better.
I was expecting better too. From Weta?
They're very handsome, but they are, 1/6 scale or something like that.
Yeah, they're not okay, I do like the Khorne Berserker one.
But it's still this tiny box.
I know, it's so small. I feel like I could 3D print something like this.
You absolutely.
That's my problem. No offense to Weta. Their artistry is great, and it's okay. It's cool that there's lights in it.
That's on it.
Oh, is that just on it?
I think so.
Oh, that's. Okay, legitimately. Okay.
Okay, maybe this is. Wait, are they actually selling?
Okay, there's a Eldar.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
Are they just selling these as helmets, or is this previews for full models to come?
No, they're just selling them as helmets. That says pre-order now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's so. I thought I was gonna be able to wear it.
I mean, if they can do it with Star Wars, they should be able to do it with those. I'm sorry.
I agree. I mean, I know it's I know Weta isn't really I guess that style of toy creator in the same way that Hasbro is, but I can 3D print this, guys. I don't need you to make this for me. I feel like I can find a model of this on as an STL and just 3D print this. Oh my god. Okay, the Titus, I do enjoy, can I open this and can I get this larger? Okay, there we go. I do enjoy the Titus, the artist render of the Titus. That's really cool. I still don't really care for McFarlane's like paint jobs. It looks, I don't know, it looks weirdly plasticky to me. I know it is plastic, but like, not in a good way. This face is... I don't like it. I don't like it. I also, it's really funny because I guess it's cloth. It must be cloth. So they give you the cloth of him, but then you can paint everything else. I do love the artist renders. I wish they would focus more on those. But that's kind of cool that you're getting. Who is the guy? Obviously it's Titus. It's just a commissar, yeah. Okay. It's just a commissar. God, the commissar's face. I don't know if it's the lighting. I
feel like it's a generic head they just had in their collection.
It really does. I think that's my problem, is it feels so generic. I know, right, Longbeard Dan? I also wanted full-sized wearable helmets. Dang it, it's so disappointing. This is cool. Is this like, okay, we've got a record.
Yeah, it's the album.
The album for Space Marine 2, which is cool. I am getting this. Did we not order?
I have it on pre-order. I have the ultimate, the coffee table book on.
Yeah, this is pretty cool actually. I thought this was neat. They're coming out with an ultimate guide.
I'm David Fenceman, and I'm the editor on 40,000.
Me too.
Like many people who grew up in the 90s, I had DK books on my bookshelf next to my Warhammer army. So it's been incredibly satisfying to help bring those two things together all this time later. Well, Guy and Gav are both legends with the Warhammer community, and I think their knowledge is just incredible. Like their understanding of how the Warhammer universe clicks together is just unparalleled, and I think they did an amazing job of bringing.
Do you think they get tired
building a book
of like having to walk around and get films talking and pointing at miniatures, or do you think they still actively enjoy it? Because I do. Yes.
The key part of it was boiling down.
No. I do enjoy it still.
I was gonna say, do you get tired of it?
Oh no, I do not get tired of it.
Easily digested and give everybody who wants to pick this book up and read it a clear view of each faction and the universe itself.
We've ensured this book is accessible to new Warhammer fans by making sure that there's a good grounding in the history, but also the current setting of the Warhammer 40,000 universe, so they understand not just what the things are in the universe, but their relationships to each other.
The best thing that readers are going to get out of this book is that they're going to have it on their coffee table, and they're going to be wandering around the house on a boring day, and they're going to pick it up and they're going to open it, and they're immediately going to be sucked into the grim darkness of the far future where there's only war. And I can't think of a better way of spending a Sunday. Warhammer 40,000, The Ultimate Guide, is available to pre-order now.
And I did, because I'm a sucker for encyclopedias. But yeah, I think that is actually quite cool. Maybe we'll do a little stream where we like look through it or something, if that would be interesting to you guys. But yeah, I think this is kind of neat that they're doing that. What's a DK book? DK is a brand of like a publisher, if I recall, and they specialized. I knew them specifically from my childhood because they would have a lot of these like children's style encyclopedias. Oh, hold on. I actually might have one. Give me a second.
The Lego?
No, well, actually, the Lego one, yes, but also a different style.
Just leaving dead air. Hello, my honey. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. Why do I have to pad for time?
Calm down. It wasn't gonna be that long. My goodness. All right. So this is actually what I remember them from the most because I'm a nerd and I still freaking have one of them. So this is a DK book. They were these like eyewitness books. They tended to be like little encyclopedias that would come with a like poster and a CD with clip art because old. But like, look, you can actually see on the inside of the book, they had like a whole bunch of them.
The stream is live.
The stream is live. Well, screw DK. Let's go over to...
Hey, leave Donkey Kong out of this. DK!
DK!
Donkey Kong!
Alright, here we go. It's starting soon.
Sorry, I just thought it was up in line.
That's absolutely fine. That is good to know. I wanted to be over here.
Go ahead and full screen it because you're blocking a corner.
Excellent. Silver Scratch Built Productions, lovely to have you here. Also, do I have my sound was really low. I was like, I am not hearing anything, but I seen audio happening over here. What am I missing? They do have music. But yeah, so just like, since the stream hasn't started, but yes, just to go back to it, this is what the DK books are. I'm curious, how many of you guys had some of these? Also, the reason I like them is because they were filled with really cool pictures, as well as like illustrations, and also people in costumes. Like, it was so cool.
We didn't have the internet back then.
We didn't have the internet back then. For all of you young people in the chat, I can't imagine there's that many.
According to our stats, about 5% of you, but.
Oh wow, really? That it's more than it was.
You know what? Let me look at what what would you say the pre-internet
Silver Scratch Built Productions. I hope we get Fulgrim. That would be amazing. I'm currently reading the Fulgrim novel, and it's been great. I got through another 2 chapters yesterday, so Fulgrim now has the sword. He's picked it up, and I actually loved the juxtaposition of or I guess the metaphor of the banner getting destroyed and the eagle head being all that's left, and then Fulgrim then proceeding to leave that eagle head behind in the stone and taking the sword that was in the stone with him instead. It's just so good. I can't wait to get back to the remembrancers though.
Whoa,
what?
We gotta have words.
What do you mean?
Because metrics have changed.
And
this requires us to have a discussion, because 0.5% of you should not be here.
What?
You now have 0.5% of your viewership is 13 to 17 years old, man.
Oh.
And that is inappropriate. Up until this point, it's always been 100% 18 plus.
Oh, you children, please leave. Yes. Actually, get out. Go.
So,
this is not for you.
Absolutely not. However, the number of people who were born in this century, so about 11% of your viewership was born this century.
Weird. That's weird. Any anticipations? I actually have no expectations for today. Because I have been so disenfranchised a little bit with Warhammer 40k because of the current design aesthetic, where I'm not really super happy with it, and I just haven't been enjoying the rule set for 10th edition, so I haven't been playing it much. I like Combat Patrol, but that's the level of where I've gotten into it at this point. So I don't actually have that many anticipations. However, if we got Fulgrim, that would be great. I would love to see some of the potential new aspect warriors upgrades, because I know we're supposed to be at some point getting those. However, I feel like based on the kind of BS timeline that we got previously, I'm not really sure what they're going to be previewing. I mean, nothing we're going to see today we're going to be getting this year, which is, I think, why I'm kind of I don't know what I'm expecting today. Yes, we do have Bad Blood this weekend, and I will be streaming that as a watch-along party, but not here. Somewhere else. Somewhere spicier. And that will be happening at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or whatever your regional equivalent is. Listen, I'm also still a kid at heart, but the actual youth need to go. This ain't the place for them. I swear too much. Hello, Daw. These books are great. I completely, I love them. I wish I actually had a little bit of a larger collection of them, because they're just, again, I love looking through them and just seeing all the illustrations and the photos and reading the text alongside of it. It's very fun. Oh, a Deathcore Combat Patrol would be amazing, Zane. Ooh, I like that idea. I approve of this. Let's all will it into existence. You just have to watch both. You have the wrestling up on your big screen, and you just have me on the computer. That's how you do it, or your phone, or whatever. Dun 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 dun. I feel like I assume this music was composed specifically for these streams, or for Games Workshop to use.
That or they're licensing it from somewhere weird, because we will get copyright struck for it.
Oh yeah, no,
not like in a strike kind of way, but we always get a.
Oh yeah,
you can earn no ad revenue from this video because you use this song that was in the background of this commercial you reviewed. You know, that kind of thing, which is absolutely fine. Our revenue business is not based on YouTube ad revenue, so that doesn't bother us.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's definitely not. They're not licensing it from the same like mass music licenser we use.
That's why I assume it was like they themselves were like.
There are like, you know, more specialist companies.
That also do. That makes sense. Yeah. Ooh. You found Necromunda music on Spotify? That's cool.
That's sick. That might be from the video game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go. See, okay, look, literally they have a giant one. Why can't Weta give me one of those? I want to wear it.
Nick, behind the camera, we've got the indomitable Raph, and in the chat, moderator Vincent Notley.
It's Warhammer Day, everybody.
Warhammer Day!
Super exciting. There's a chance to celebrate everything that's great about Warhammer, from building to painting, playing, collecting. We hope you're doing
spending your money with us.
Wherever you are in the world, and of course we are live.
Yep.
So we'd love to see where you are.
Do you think that skull is just a skull that they got from like a Halloween store and then put like a 3D printed servitor eye in it, or do you think they actually like?
I'm gonna get killed.
Somebody.
That's James Workshop's father.
We've got a whole.
Oh, it's James Workshop's father. Damn.
Yes, indeed.
Very exciting things, and we know that's why we're here.
Metal.
We've got quite a few bits.
Yeah, we're going to give you the first scoop on Warhammer Underworlds.
You're going to be buying 3 of the Deathcore Creek army boxes.
Kill team.
So you have 2 extra codexes to give away. Very nice, very
That's
nice.
What we told you about, but there's also going to be some stuff we haven't told you about, so keep your eyes open.
Hello, all 105 of you.
Should we get started?
Ooh, hello!
The first thing we're going to be talking
105 of you, that's very exciting.
Talk about for months and months and months. It's finally here. Take a look.
It bothers me that the plushies are so out of focus in the foreground. Ooh, a new edition of Warhammer Underworlds. New Stormcast Eternal. Some nice Skaven. Love it. Ooh, he's cool. Oh, I like his little gloved hand. Oh, look at the little rat with the bomb on his back. So cute. Wow, they've really upgraded the card design for Warhammer Underworlds. I am so out of date with the system. I played it a little bit, like... Hello, Carlo from Italy. Welcome, welcome. I played it a little bit when it first launched in 2018, 2017, whatever, 2016. God.
Hi folks, my name's Nick, and yep, you've seen the new Warhammer Underworlds Ember Guard box.
That's cool.
And the big news is, well, it marks the beginning of a completely new edition of the game. First up, what's so great about Warhammer Underworlds anyway? It's a perfect combination of a board game, a card game, and a miniatures game. So if you've ever played literally any game on a table before, you'll be able to pick it up with no problem at all. Games take about an hour to play, so you can get a few
I don't know if I would say that if you've only ever played Monopoly, you could pick this up really easily. I don't know if that is an actual legit thing that they could say.
There are even different formats too. So if you just want to open a pre-built deck, shuffle and play, you can. But if you want to test your dark powers of fate,
I designed a Monopoly game. I say you can do it.
Deck, well, you can do that too. This edition of the game is a total reset. Our rules
It's
design
called
to
Hip
take the
Hop
chance to
and Rock
redesign the
Cinema
game from
Trailer
the bottom
Part
up
3.
to be the most balanced it's
Are-
ever
for
been.
real?
Removing feels bad moments like bricked hands of cards you can't use, or having crits just dominate the game. And with its
Underworlds has always
streamlined
used
rulebook,
specialized
it's also
dice,
much
though.
simpler to learn. This means Emberguard is the ideal starting point for people who are new to the game and battle-hardened veterans just like me. But what else is new? Well, gone are the 2 board setups, and in comes the single board. Designed for both
interesting.
players
So
to
they're
use.
removing the
It's
2-board
double-sided
setup.
and can be placed just about any way you like. And crucially, models will have to engage with the opposing warband straight away, making games even more action-packed from the start. Every warband now has a War Scroll card, detailing what makes them unique in the game, including some seriously cool special rules.
Okay, I do
For
like
both
that. I
building
like
cards, the power,
cards with
objective,
concise
and
rules on
fighter
it to give
cards
you a better,
have been
like...
updated with artwork being replaced by stunning miniature shots, meaning everything looks as good and shiny as Sigmarite plate armor. Not all factions in Underworlds play the game in the same way. Some warbands love smashing their opponent apart, while others prefer claiming treasure tokens. You might prefer your warband to be a combination of both, or maybe a warband with some sneaky tricks up their sleeves. We've defined these as Strike, Take and Hold, Flex, and finally Mastery, meaning you can easily pick a warband that suits your style of play and choose a rival's deck to accompany it that you know will work great. The action moves to Emberguard, the city in the realm of Akshi, where the Skaven have brought up the Great Gnaw and are currently swarming the lands. But in the vast mines below Emberguard, huge quantities of Emberstone, the realm stone of Akshi, have been found, and warbands flock there to try and claim it. The Emberwatch are Stormcast Eternals, sent to the mines under Emberguard to protect the Emberstone at all costs, while Zicket's Tunnel Pack...
Is Emberstone just the modern
to get their
Warpstone?
clawed hands on as much Emberstone
They
as
got
they
rid of
possibly
Warpstone?
can. Of
Well,
course,
that's what I'm
more
wondering,
hands
because
will
they
be on
keep
the
saying
way, so those
Emberstone
mines
and,
are gonna
like,
get
then
pretty
showing Warpstoney like
and
things,
one
and I'm like,
last
so
thing.
did they, like, get rid of
If
Warpstone?
it's legal in organised play, you're going to be able to get it from Warhammer.com
I don't know if I agree.
It's as simple as that. So there we go. It's time for a new edition.
I'm not sure if we've seen these minis before. They may just be from the new Age of Sigmar line, but I'm not.
Look familiar similar to me, no.
Yeah, I didn't recognize any of the Stormcast Eternal, and like, while I've seen a
So
what's
there
the
we
war-
go.
what's the
brand
cycle-
new edition.
singular
It's
wheel
here with
thing
the
that the
Emberguard
Skaven
box.
have.
Super
they ride in.
exciting. I'm glad the cat's out of the
Doom
bag.
wheel,
It's
Doom-
There is a
It's
Doom
been a long
wheel.
time coming.
Okay, so yeah, like I've seen a model like that, but I don't feel like I've seen it from that.
They
So
have like 2
We've got a
versions.
little
The
scoreboard
small
up in the
and big
wall.
one.
Yeah,
The big
this
one's
was-
the Doom
Can't get
wheel.
enough of that.
okay, well, whatever the
Retro
small
games
one
are
is, I've seen
Yeah.
other minis with that, but not.
Now,
I don't think
of course,
specifically
Yeah, I
like
brought
that.
them in Total War when I played State when I hammered with
It's a
them all.
fantastic
Yeah.
game of cards and miniatures and board game combined. It's great for beginners and for veterans alike. This new Emberguard box is such a good place to dive in if you haven't already before. And if you're like me and you're a veteran player, it's a great place to just...
Hello,
try and
Berserkers
explore
Rage from
as well.
Finland. Welcome to the
Now,
stream.
One of the best things about Underworlds, Alex.
Oh, yes.
One of the best things has always been the miniatures. Ever since the start, there's always been
Yeah,
some great
I will
results
say,
for
I do
Warhammer
think these look
Underworlds,
really
and this
cool.
box
I mean,
is
they've
no
been having fun
Up
with
on
the
screen
Skaven
now,
models.
I think we've got your favourite.
Do indeed. So this is
For sure. I mean, they've been having fun just in general with all of the Age of Sigmar models. I feel like that's where all the details gone.
Warhammer Underworlds, because you've got little warbands between sort of like 3.
Maybe
or
some
4
other
characters.
veteran like
You can
sculptors
tell a
have gone
story
over
with
to
each
Age of
individual.
Sigmar
You're not
for
looking at a big squad.
something new to
this
work
is
on.
Zicket, and he seems to at one point lost one of his claws, but he's high enough ranking that he's probably bullied some warlock engineer to kind of fashion.
Emberstone is Realm Stone
clause in his
from
contract, Alex.
Akshi.
My favourite of the warband.
Okay, so
is
does
Zicket,
Warpstone
and it's
still
killed him. So I
exist?
can imagine him just like
In
tearing
Age of
through the
Sigmar?
tunnels of Emberguard,
Because like it looks like the Skaven still have Warpstone on their
And you know, I don't
gear.
have to mention it because you've done it.
So I'm
multiple
assuming
times
it's the
on
same
table.
thing.
Well, or it is
My
Realm
favourite
Stone,
one
because Realm Stone is specific to each
Emberwatch,
realm.
who are the storm
Was like
cast Eternals of
Warpstone, the
Emberwatch,
Realm
sent down to
Stone
the
of
mines
the
to
old
protect
world.
the Emberstone.
From who?
Oh,
Everybody especially.
maybe.
On the screen here, we've got Ardorn, the
Definitely
leader.
feels like they have more design
How
freedom in
heroic
Age of
is this
Sigmar for
miniature?
sure.
We've got 2 hero rocks and flowing hair. That's how you are a paragon of order. what a great miniature.
He's majestic.
He is majestic. I will say this particular mini, quite majestic. I also feel like he actually has like a little bit of a unique face that I don't feel like I see out of Games Workshop very often, which is kind of cool.
Project, a few models here or there. You're not painting a whole army. That is good fun, but sometimes just a little project, and these warbands provide a great chance to do that. You painted your Skaven warband, didn't you?
Indeed.
Warpstone does still exist. Okay, cool.
Collect wide as opposed to deep.
Exactly that. Hey, talking of going deep, what a great segue.
I don't think the Blood Angel helmets, you mean the one that's on the table in front of them? I don't think it's too large.
Yes. So
Space Marines have huge heads. They're like 6'10" plus.
If you own any of the Star Wars Black Series helmets,
they're huge.
They have to be large to fit a human head inside and have the exterior details.
Yep.
This massive explosion.
Most armor depicted in animation and such is not scaled correctly for what should be occurring with the engineering and human body parts involved.
That makes sense, because we all want it to be roughly the same size as a normal human head. Rusty Media, you said you just got into building minis about a month ago, and you asked me what my favorite mini to paint.
It's volatile. It's
Ooh.
explosive. Everything they love.
I'm personally very partial to painting anything that is either that's very asymmetrical. So I really like painting like Chaos Marines. Death Guard was one of my earliest armies, and I loved painting them. Orcs are really fun for me to paint. I have recently started getting into painting Space Marines, but I found their uniformity to be a little bit like dull to paint sometimes. But I'm getting over that a little bit. I've been finding some ways to make it more interesting and entertaining for me to get through, which has been great. But I would say, yeah, I like asymmetrical and things where I can play with lots of color, because I personally just really like to just splatter color everywhere. I work in very vibrant tones generally, so anything that I can play with color is my jam, which is why I tend to lean towards either Chaos or like Orcs or Xeno, because you can tend to play with like those kinds of things more, whereas with Imperial Guard, Sisters of Battle, anything Imperial, I feel like I end up getting into either more realistic color tones, or I end up like going a lot more like
which means if you want to use a
like very limited color palettes, like extremely limited color palettes. And while I do, there is some fun in that because there's some challenge in creating a unique design with very limited colors. I tend to like to play with more colors than that.
Take and hold deck, you could, and you know what, that might surprise you.
The helmet is clearly a weapon where you live.
Not a bad thing at all. Now, the other thing
I understand.
Here for the new edition, just the way it looks. Look at the cards. The photography here is it's just so good. We used to have artwork, but now our photography team's taken.
The Beastmen are best men. Listen, Beastmen are great, and they're very fun to paint because all that texture, all the fur, it's so fun to play with.
Fighter cards.
No problem.
Photography, and it just looks so good.
Like generally, if you're getting into the hobby just for the hobby side of it, like just to paint, pick something that you aesthetically just really think would be like, man, I want to throw color on that. Whatever those colors may be, you know, if it's you want to go relatively realistic or you want to go super vibrant, however you want to do it. But like, pick something that you just think speaks to you in some way that you're going to enjoy painting, because you want to enjoy the thing that you're going to spend a couple hours maybe working on, especially if you end up doing like a more complicated model, like a big character or something like that down the line. Like, you want to spend some time with it, so you want to pick something that you're going to want to spend that time with.
I'm going to be there watching as well, and I can't wait. So there we go, exciting, right?
I want to see one of them put the helmet on.
I'm going to stay in the mortal realms.
I bet it's not actually wearable.
Chaotic is brewing.
Chaos. The Warhammer Day miniature. Oh, he's handsome. Zarketh. Oh, he's one of the Slaves to Darkness characters. Okay, cool.
Hey, Conan.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's Conan. Ooh, you're working on the Throne of Judgment for the Imperial Agents? That's so cool. That looked pretty good.
Wow.
Those I approve of those chaos models.
Battle tone.
That's very exciting. Of course, we've already seen the Skaven battle tone drop. We know the Stormcast tones are on the way.
Indeed.
This is the third battle tone, Slaves to Darkness, and leading
So
the way.
Slaves of Darkness is going to be the third battle tone
Fantastic
for
miniature
the
we've
new
just seen
edition of Age of Sigmar.
We've not mentioned
He's
this, but
handsome.
we have a little
I
bit.
love.
It is Warhammer
I
Day.
oof.
Happy Warhammer Day, folks.
The book.
And as part
I
of
love
the
what's
big
happening on that book. I
narrative
love the
miniature,
flittering pages.
and
I love the
this is
fire coming out.
Sarkis,
GW, give me some terrain with that fire effect.
These guys are obsessed with power, particularly arcane power and kind of acquiring.
I want it.
They'll make dark packs with
Oh,
things
he is
for the realms of
beautiful.
Chaos. They'll grab, whatever artifacts. Curse
Also, can we just applaud the freehand that the artist did on those pages that are visible? God, it looks so good.
And he's got a staff with a skull in the
I
center.
love how much just crap he has on him.
Burning green with
If only they did
I love
that
it.
for like the
It's
Space
gonna be
Marines
available,
or any of
very,
their
very
Imperial
soon.
models.
Pre-order on the 5th, and in different areas in the world it might be different.
Look
but
at the
please check
femur
on the community
hanging down.
website for details there. I need to get hold of him. I really do. He's cool. Now, Alex,
He is
normally
cool.
we
I do
think
like
about
him.
Slaves to Darkness. We think about the the battle-plated Chaos
Yes,
Warriors or
big,
the
big,
Chosen.
heavily
Yeah,
armored.
yeah, exactly. But there's something really interesting.
Do you feel like
about
you're a
them.
slow drunk right now, just going like,
Expand
huh?
our
Because they
breadth
panned
of,
like.
knowledge.
Okay, oh my god, thank
Slaves to
goodness.
Darkness.
I was worried we were going to do a fourth pan down.
This is the Dark Oath Raiders Spearhead. that's
I do
coming
like this. This
alongside
is
the
cool
book,
looking.
which is great. Don't worry, Spearhead fans. The original Blood
Ooh,
Legion is still
I
really
love the
good.
cavalry.
This is an extra
Ooh, I
Spearhead
like her.
as well.
I like her with the shield. She's up. She's
for
got
the
this
quick and speedy
okay. Oh, I also like the one with the red hair as well, but I like the long haired with the
right,
braids.
and the riders at the back as well. They are just
Dude,
great
I
fun.
like this
Like a
set. This is
horde
cool.
of marauders coming across the table.
That's it. I love there's a little bit of background for the
I haven't
fighters,
checked out the
uh,
new edition of Kill
the
Team,
random
actually.
individuals.
Um,
Food is not always.
I
easy
would.
to
I
acquire,
so I
whenever
played
they've
Kill
stocked
Team a
them,
little bit when it
they
first
could be,
launched, and I did enjoy it.
including
But I tend to like
the
slightly
savages.
larger
They've
scale
gone a little bit
battles, like
obsessed
doing
with
the
fulfilling their
skirmish
roles.
battle with only
So
like
they've kind of
4
started
to
down their
10 models.
glory a little bit.
Um, wasn't really vibing with
there is
me,
an
but I also
interesting
haven't touched base
Yeah,
with the
there is.
game
In Spear,
since
these guys
its
can,
OG
use
launch.
oaths like they do
And like
with
maybe one
Warcry
of the
or
first
Underworlds
expansions,
before,
I think I played
they
around
can
with a
use
little
oaths
bit.
and
But
declare
oh, I like the
back as an
banner.
oath,
The
and
banner's
if
really
they
cool.
manage to score it, they can
Also,
use
can we
command on
just
the same
appreciate
card,
the
which
fact
is
that they
really
have a
cool
lot of
mechanic.
body diversity
But there we go. And
amongst
also Spearhead
these
fans.
guys, and it's
Just
really
everything you see in
like
front of
very
you,
cool to see.
reinforcements keyword. So it just all
But yeah,
comes
with
back
Kill
to
Team,
inside.
I don't know if
You
I've
love it.
checked in
But
with
that's
it
not
recently,
the
so
only
I
thing
should
that
really
comes
check out the new
alongside
season.
Slaves to Darkness book. Of course, there is another new miniature too. Check this
Oh, that's
one
the
out.
Dark Oath Queen?
Yes, this is another Chaos Sorcerer Lord.
I can use my
this
Dark
one
Oath flesh
comes
on
with,
her.
Head option and
Hey.
the option to swap out the top of that staff there. So if you did want to have multiple of them, yeah, you've got plenty of options.
It's such a cool model. I love that helmet so much. It's proper weird and eerie.
For me, it's the runes on the sword.
Yeah, don't look too closely, you'll go mad. What is nice is
They
we've
say
seen
as they
Skaven
continue
book
to
come out
zoom
already,
in on his
and
face.
It's just nice to see that this book sort of confirms.
I do
this
really
is
like
format
the
of
attention to
Battletoads
detail
going
on the
forward.
fur and
Tell
how
us
they did
about
the
what you're
texture
gonna
there.
So the book contains everything that you typically would expect. You know, you've
I
got
would
the
love a
rules and
Slaanesh
background,
Witch.
but the
That
way
would
it's
be
been put
great.
Together, the way the narrative has been crafted.
They're never going to give us that though.
Brilliant.
We can all dream, but they'll never bless us with that.
Everything comes
It's okay. We
together
just go to
to
3D print some.
just genuinely a really nice book to read.
It sounds like it's much like really good, gonna be good fun to get into and just keep reading and reading and reading. If normally you play the games and you might not read the lore, you really want to start doing. And this book particularly, it's just so good.
That's it. We've seen it before, as you said, with the Skaven battle.
That
tone,
Stormcast
and
Eternal's
you
eye
can
is
see
like
it with
drifting up his
Stormcast,
skull a
and
little
even in the
bit.
Age of Sigmar core book.
Of course, yeah.
You can see here there's some fantastic art.
That's
Absolutely beautiful. And that Chaos Sorcerer Lord there in the background.
There he is, casting a spell. I like the fact that you talked about before that the lore is told from a certain point of view in this book.
Yes. So
I saw the
you've
giant
got
bird
certain
wing,
characters
and
that
I
are
was like,
basically giving
Magnus?
you
No.
the on the ground kind of reporting.
Not
as it were.
that system, Angela.
So for the Slaves to Darkness, we've got Gunnerbrand and the Brands. And that's his tribe.
Definitely has
So
Mouth of
these
Sauron
are
vibes.
Monsters on Warhammer Plus. They've got models. They've got a book, in fact. And basically, by using these characters, we give you kind of that personal touch to the story. So the Dark Oath themselves,
Right?
as you said,
Yeah, they've
they
really
think
expanded
of
their
Jack.
flesh tone
These are the
options, which
guys
is really
that were the
nice.
descendants of those that were left behind when Sigmar retreated.
Like when,
back
especially
from
when the
gates of
contrast
Khazir,
color line came
and
out, they
just
gave us a
did
lot of
whatever they had to do
variety,
to survive.
which I think you
And
can
then
end up
you've
like
got the
layering
vast
and like
majority of the
bringing a
worshippers
lot
of
of
the
really
Warriors.
vibrancy
So
to
cool to
just
see that,
natural
variety
human
to the
flesh
book.
tone
And in
in
fact,
a way that was
there's
like you didn't
four
really
other
see
battle tones as well.
with
In terms
Citadel
of gameplay
previously.
too,
I will
it's
also
really
throw out there that if
switched
you
to
want really
Batman
good flesh
nature
tone
as well.
colors right
As in
now
fact,
for like
one of the,
natural human
battle
fleshes,
formations in the game,
fleshes,
for Sigmar
natural
games,
human
Dark Oath
flesh.
Horde,
The
they've
Army
taken on the Dark Oath,
Painter
they can just keep coming
War
back
Paints
all the time,
Fanatic
back all the
has a
time,
really
which is
good
great.
selection
They're
of
really cool,
flesh tone colors. It's the
mechanics in
same
book as
colors
well
that
for
you would have been
gamers.
familiar with Army Painter
There's
before,
units to
but
dark
that new
gods during
formula
the game
makes
and game
them
bonuses as
blend
they go.
in ways
Yeah,
that
for
I
narrative
feel like I
player,
didn't
there's
get
3
previously,
category
and I just
codes,
feel like it's
to
in that in
both
combination
to
with the
dark gods.
contrast
And
has
there's
been
an
doing some
Army of
beautiful things
Renown
for me.
in
I
here
absolutely
as
love
well,
it.
which you're really excited about.
I am indeed. So
Tzeentch
this is,
does have a monopoly on witches,
the first
sadly.
prince. So as we know, the Slaves to Darkness, they're not one big monolithic faction. In theory, Archaon is in charge of everybody, but Bellacor's got his own dealings going on, his own machinations. And so
Oh yeah, Velkia was a pretty cool. Do they actually have a model for her?
Bellacor's Legion of the First Prince is where you want to go, because you can take the Legionnaires,
I'm gonna look it up
historians,
off to the side because I don't want to
demons as well. It's
go off the
very
stream.
You've got its own enhancements, spell
Velkia.
manifestation, or battle traits. Everything. It's just so cool to see. And there's something else we really liked as well, looking through this book, which is one of the regiments of renown in there.
Velkia the
It's
Bloody.
called
Do you have a
Godmarked
mini?
Ascendant, and this essentially allows you to use
Oh, yeah,
the
you do.
amazing Demon Prince miniature in any of the 4 armies you can see on the left there. So the Blades of Khorne, Subs of Tzeentch, Magikin of Nurgle, Head Knights of Slaanesh can all have access to that Demon Prince using their army.
That's it, and you can see there the Godmarked Legion ability basically will give him their keyword, and he can gain all the buffs from that.
I'm not sure it's an official one though.
I've never been much of one for Chaos before.
Wait, is this
I feel myself
the
being
corn
overcome
one?
by
Yeah,
dark
the corn
gods.
Yeah, there was a miniature for her.
Oh, there's a
So
miniature
many
for?
options.
Okay.
You know, you can make him corn flavored or Slaneshi flavored, etc.
I think it was released in the
But
Finecast
options
era.
Put him in those.
Okay, I was gonna say because like I was looking and I saw her, but she was on eBay for like $300, and I was like,
very, very
"Is this
soon.
real or is this like?"
Yeah, I think she's retired.
That would make
Big
sense if she.
boxes,
Yeah, Longbeard Dan is saying that there used to be one, but she's gone now. That's a shame. They should bring her back, especially since they did that Total War
Yeah, there was a DLC for her.
for 3, right? Like the more recent one, or was it 2?
I want to say it was 2.
Oh, was it 2? Okay. Well,
might
it's
be
been a
wrong.
while now, though.
I don't know, I have all of them. It's hard for me to remember, I'll be honest. Alright, I see Warhammer.
Necron Battle Force.
Oh, is this the Christmas?
I think so.
Yeah.
Christmas. All right, so
Necron,
Necron,
Sisters.
Sisters, Knights.
I saw Dark Angels. I didn't see what the 5th one was.
I didn't see what the 5th one was either.
Alright.
So
Iron
Orcs.
Jaws.
Yeah.
Nurgle.
Nurgle. Ooh, that might be a interesting one to get.
Snotling. No, Empire.
Ooh, Empire. Ooh,
And ghouls.
vampires.
Yeah.
Very
There we go.
cool.
'Tis the season for battle forces, of course, and this year is no exception. Some fantastic.
Will they
battle
give
forces
us
coming out
prices?
this
No.
season.
They're gonna be like $230 or something.
Well, I know, but people need to
Battle
calculate
forces are
the
a great way
value.
to start
Oh, yeah,
building
yeah.
your army. Yes, it's a given, right? And they're a great thing to have for a holiday.
They're not
gift
gonna give
or
us the
to
prices
treat
for
yourself
like
over the
another
holiday
month.
period.
No, it'll come out
You're
through
getting
the order.
Pre-ordered,
But
yeah.
what's also good here as well is they've been
Through,
specifically
like,
designed
actually
going
for
alongside
retailers
the
is
combat
what will
patrols
happen.
or the spearheads. There's not going to be too much sort of duplication.
Very,
so
very true.
You can have a nice big army if you get both boxes, and furthermore, they've all been designed in such a way that they represent a specific detachment or battle formation in either 40k or AOS, which is really clever.
Okay.
So let's go through and see. I know they flashed up on screen there. Let's have
Ah,
a really good look
Tau
at
is the other one.
Ooh, and
Starting
battle
with, I think, your
suits.
favourite.
Okay.
Indeed, so this is
So at least
the
it's a cool
retaliation
one.
cadre.
Yeah, they said that
One of my
they're
favourite
trying
aspects of
to
Tau, and I think a lot of people
feature
think
like
aspects
specific
of Tau
battle
are the
formations or
battle
like
suits.
scenarios that
Yeah.
they've been, so which is kind of nice.
That's, yeah, the old school way of doing it.
So that's 4 massive battle suits and so much firepower.
It's just the coolest models.
I
think
do
those
really
are my
like
favourite
the
models
battle
in
suits
40K.
for
They're
Tau,
just
and I've never
really
painted any of
And
those.
the retaliation cadre is itself.
And you know,
a detachment
honestly,
40K, all
I
about the
really-
battle suits,
I think
perfect.
this-
They make your
I don't know
guns
what,
super powerful and blow your enemy away.
What are the
even
Tau?
more
Is it sect?
So yeah, that's.
Is that what the
Yeah.
is that okay? I don't know what
Next,
sect
we've got
this
the
is
Necrons
for
and the
the Tau, but I
Hypercrypt
really
Legion.
like that white, gray, red color scheme.
Okay, so we
in
have
the middle, of course. Now, you've noticed that there's
Lord,
quite a theme here.
So for many of
box
those box
of
sets, you'll see
troops,
there is a focal point.
the
a single
Satan
miniature,
Shard,
a
and
large
2
miniature,
groups
HQ.
of
This one, obviously, with the
guard.
point dragon.
Yeah, are those like the Praetorian?
Yeah, the kit turns into 2 different things.
Okay.
And so it turns
Sat
into
there
both
in
of
the middle,
those.
it really draws you in.
It
I
makes
think
it
there's a
perfect
version that has
box.
hyperphase.
I feel like
shields
if
as
you
well.
don't have the Satan Shard,
It's just really,
or
really
you're
cool.
like
Hypercrypt,
just getting
leads
started,
itself.
this wouldn't
Yeah,
necessarily.
it's a good just
Again,
getting
altitude,
started, but it isn't one I'd buy for someone who's already playing.
Which is really
Yeah,
cool. Very
exactly.
Necron, and that's
Sets.
great.
Okay, sorry.
Up next, we've got the Adeptus Sororitas.
Okay.
Ooh, I
Intelligence
do
through
like. Okay, I like the
safe
Repentia
placement.
being in
Intelligence
there.
placed in the rules
Oh, I
makes
like
them all
that one.
faster, stronger,
Yeah,
hit
we got
harder.
2 of
and all
them.
the
We
things you've done,
have
hitting
2
you, like
rhinos.
the Repentia, and
Okay, so this is not a sisters box.
No, it's more of like. I mean, it is sisters, but it's more of
It's a
like.
penitent box.
Yeah, I like it actually.
Because technically everyone there's a penitent.
nice
Yep.
big army there, definitely here. So
Except for the
all
canoness at the
that
top,
one.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and the ones like
Some
like
big
in
stone
piloting
war
the
machines,
rhinos.
it's the Imperial Knights
And
coming in
then,
with the Ballascrite Lance.
I have so many war dogs, I do not want this.
No, I don't either. Like, it's very cool, and if you have never bought any knights, honestly, this is a great way to do it.
Yeah, it's a good starter for knights, but yeah, not for me because I already have.
But we have so many war dogs.
I think I have
Great
8.
shout.
If you
It'd be
count all
wonderful way to
the
start your
unbuilt
force
ones,
and
because like
complete it
we
pretty much
bought
at the same
that
time.
set that was.
Up next,
Yeah.
we've got the
Oh
Dark
my
Angels.
god, my
Mechanicus.
arms!
This
Oh, it comes with light. I'm getting
It's
it.
sold out already.
I want it. Somebody send it to
Leading the
me.
way, surrounded by
It's
big
sold out
decorating-
already. It's not even
I
up for
want it
order.
so badly.
That is the set everyone wants.
Fuck, I want it.
That's an important lore fact.
We'll
the
get to.
Death Task Force,
Me?
the
What?
Unisoc
I'll-
Task Force
I'll-
story is indeed a detachment
I'll fight
from
you.
the Dark Angel Codex. It lets you sort of.
I want it.
integrate
Check her
the
link tree down
for
below
Death
for
Ring.
supporting her so that this Christmas doesn't ruin us.
Please, yes, do in fact check my link tree down below. Support me so I can buy this for
support the
Christmas.
K1s. Let's take a look at the Cities of Sigmar battle forces. Up next, we've got the Founding Foray from the.
You can have
Cities
the
of Sigmar
Dark
there.
Angel.
No, I want this. Oh, look at
But
the.
I actually have an Empire army from
And you know, I was talking about the
fantasy.
fact
Fine.
that then
No.
it goes along
Fine,
to
no, you
spear.
can have it.
Oh, look, the guy with the freaking
spear
guy
heads
on
I
top
know,
of it.
I know.
Times,
Ah.
Cannon. This is get your fusiliers and a cannon.
Excuse all of my weird noises. This is why I should like. Oh, it's so good. I want it.
Fusilier Major at the back, the huge ogre Hulker there at the back. We've got the Command Corps at the front, and more Cavaliers as well.
I love multi-men units like that. It's one of my favorite, like the artillery units.
Yeah,
it's
like-
just one of the
just a
reasons
great
that the
war box
ordnance
at that
that I
one.
painted for
And
the.
One of
you
your
use it as your
Yeah, one of my
Iron
faves that I
World
did
build
was,
army to
the
have
ordnance.
onto all your shooting weapons because there's loads of
I like
those.
the shields.
Or your bulwark zone.
I do too, right?
Battle formation. And you could fortify your army before the game begins. And have them
I like the
It's
guy.
a great
like-
opportunity to do color because you know
Up
you
next,
can do like
Yeah.
one that we've
crazy
dug in,
stuff.
it's the
Oh,
Orc
they
War
are
Guns and the
handsome.
Wrecker Mob box.
Ooh, I like the big
Oh,
board
man,
thing.
Yeah,
it's
it's-
I love it.
I know nothing of Iron Jaw's units or rules, so I can't say if this is a good looking set, but well, I can say it's a good looking set.
Yeah, I was gonna say aesthetically, it's beautiful, and I don't even just mean the paint job. I just mean like they're
There's
cool
Ravagers
looking
either-
models.
Either side at the front, you can build
I like
two
the more
and
beast snagga-y looking. I know they're not beast snagga because that's
Yeah.
40k, but like I like the more ferally looking guys.
Of course you do.
without
Well, I like
giving away
seeing
Wreck
their
Mobs,
flesh.
all angels, for
I like green
you can
skins!
see the Orc War
Because they have green
cards
skin.
hit like a train.
Imagine
they
they were
really do.
blonde.
So there.
That would be
Up next, I
so
think the one
ridiculous.
you've
Could
got
you
your
imagine?
Be the undead
I-
Iron Alex,
Fabio
it's these
Orc.
fleshy
Oh
corpse,
my God.
Carnal Guard Jury.
I found
Tell
her
me about this
fetish.
guy. There's a lot
Anyway,
of there's more big knights.
I need a. How do you name that? It wouldn't be Fabio Orc. You'd
anyway,
have to like.
Flesh Eater Quartz.
Ooh, Flesh Eater
The centerpiece
Quartz.
for this is Grand Justice Gourmet.
I love the bad boys in the pack. They're my favorites.
That has a little bit of sanity left. He's able to
My
see
poor,
things as they are.
poor
However, that means
Bretonnians
that
who've fallen.
he has to
Isn't that what the
dial it
Flesh
up
Eater
a
Courts
little
are?
bit.
Pretty much.
It's like fallen Bretonnians.
Hence,
It's the
his,
remains.
It's the remains of the
Sure. When
Bretonnians.
the only guy in your army that's got the sanity is the guy wearing the guts for a wig. You've got problems.
Right? The Dark Angel box
really
looks
cool
so
box.
good.
I'm terrified of it. The last one we have here is the Maggot King of Nurgle.
I really.
This is the
Ooh!
Shadowblight
Oh, I
Sith.
love the horse
That is
guy.
absolutely
That's
beautiful
really
box.
cool. Also, I
It's
do
got
like
the
these.
rock
I
runners
know
on
these
the
are some of their
left,
newer
front,
models.
the
These
stunning
small guys
Harbinger
over on the
of
left hand
Decay in the
side.
centre,
They're really
and
cool.
The Plague Lords at the back as well. What a great
So
box.
stinky.
So I know a huge amount of people. That
See, this is like Nurgle is a really fun. Like you asked earlier, like what do I like to paint?
I reckon there'll be a few right now.
This, because the color palette speaks to me. I like greens,
now,
I like purples.
Work really well with the Affliction Cyst battle formation.
They look so beautiful.
Lords, those guys
I like pinks.
These rot flies can just be picked up and put down somewhere.
Yes,
else in the
the
battle.
glorious
So
Pegasus
really
Knights in the back. Absolutely Longbeard Dan.
Just a great box. Yeah, and again, ideal alongside the Spearhead, which is full of Plague Bearers. So brilliant. There we go. That's the battle forces that are.
I'm excited actually. I'm pretty optimistic for the battle forces this year. I feel like, I mean, I don't know monetarily how they're gonna break down in regards to like, are you getting actual good value out of this? Christmas holiday junk. Ooh, an armory. Okay, clothes. I love it.
Bring back the leggings.
Please. Oh, this is the same people that did the stuff I think before with
the weapons.
I mean, come on. What do you take us for?
Without a doubt, the most iconic artifact.
So, if you guys remember that this company started doing, I think, like tunics and like other sort of fantasy-themed Warhammer clothing, and they did do, I believe, some like weapons as well. And it looks like they're doing Galmaraz now.
Very present in there.
So this one's the big one. What we then realize is that when you scale that up to life size, the proportions are not perfect.
I mean, I'm always needing to buy more shelves happening, always.
It's really cool to kind of see the design team work through these problems iteratively over the course of a series of sculpts and models.
Whilst I'm not going to claim to be any kind of living personified Smed here, I've definitely put my heart and soul into this piece.
It's unbelievably important.
Let me see it. I want to see it.
The world, and to bring it to life in full scale in a way that cosplayers and LARPers can use.
That makes sense. I would imagine that they would use Total War Warhammer music. That's what I thought maybe the other stuff was. Oh, it's beautiful. Honestly, they did a great job.
Order a bunch of back boxes.
Okay.
With the windows on the front.
With what?
Windows on the front.
Oh, perfect. Yay! Yeah, basically they're doing a bunch of licensed products for the old world material, and I think that's super cool. I want the hammer.
We've seen a lot of Warhammer, but that is the Warhammer.
The Warhammer.
The Warhammer, the game's named after.
And we all can own it
Galmaraz,
soon.
Of course, the iconic weapon from both Warhammer the Old
I'm curious how
World
much it's actually going to end up being. Like, that's the
Sigmar,
thing of, like, I don't know what the
why it's
cost
so
is going to be, because I don't know what it's made of specifically.
This is the Warhammer that started it all off. So this is the hammer that Sigmar picked up after he came and saved Kurgan Ironbeard, the High King of the Dwarves. So originally it was made for them, but
needs
after
more
he
goat men.
arrived, he picked it up and he slew a whole host of orcs and he saved the High King. The High King gifted it to him.
That's amazing. What a history. And now, after all of that, folks at home can own it themselves and have it on their mantelpiece at home.
That's it, or is perfect for cosplay.
Exactly that. Now I've seen the dwarves.
That's fair, Phantom Ronin.
Now,
The Night Box is actually the one that's the least interesting to me, only because I have a bunch of War Dogs already, and so while getting like the other, like the main Knight would be very cool, I don't need a lot of the little guys. Whereas, like, I have a fair number of sisters, but I actually don't have a lot of penitents. So that, like, the sister box seemed really appealing to me. I do really like the look of the Dark Angel box. I also have not actually gotten Lionel Johnson yet, so like getting him in that set would just be cool and be like, cool, I don't have to worry about buying him separately now. And I'm hoping it's a good deal. Like, I'm hoping it's a good value. But we'll see. We'll see.
I wanted to ask you, who are the Mechanicum?
Oh, Warhammer, or the hammer could be very expensive. It probably could be.
To the Mechanicus that we see in the 40k universe.
It's from Weta?
And
no, it's not from
Weta.
Weta.
The Treaty of Olympus Mons.
It's from the Warhammer Armory.
Terra and Mars, the Mechanicum are the faction that basically have... they provide the manufacturing base. They've made all the weapons, they've made ships, you name it.
I'm really sad that they don't do more books about the Mechanicus set in the Horus Heresy era. I know, like, there is Mechanicum, which is a really great book. If you have not read it, it's one of the few that I have read, and I love it. But I was because I've been reading Fulgrim. Oh, they look so good.
It's all so exotic and cool. Tell me about
the 1950 space robots. Because I was talking about me reading Fulgrim right now, somebody was talking about Mechanicum, and I was like, oh yeah, I've read that one, and they were mentioning that sadly there aren't a lot of books set focusing on the Mechanicus, and that's sad. That's sad to me. They're so interesting. Like, I like them a lot. And also, like, this era of them is really
So you just imagine
wild. Like, I feel like they're a lot more experimental, I feel. Because they were allowed to be a little bit, or they thought they could get away with
My
it.
Solar Auxiliary forces will be quaking in their boots. But let's.
I love the designs.
Some of the smaller miniatures, perhaps. There we go. What we got here?
Plenty of tech.
You found your Legion Imperialis faction? Listen, they look great, don't they? Look how tiny they all
I
are.
love the fact
It's so good.
It looks so uniformed in this color scheme like this as well. It's such variety to the force.
Oh, okay, those little guys are my favorite down in the lower. Oh, I'm covering them. Okay, now you can see them. They're scrolling behind me right now.
It's just absolutely fantastic.
Oh, they're so cute.
You're probably sat at home thinking, Games Workshop, we've already seen these. Why are you talking about Mechanicum? And the reason we are is because, well, the Mechanicum's just one half, right?
Yes. So these models can be used by the Mechanicum, but also the Dark Mechanicum. So the Dark Mechanicum.
The Dark Mechanicum?
The traitorous elements of the Mechanicum. So during the Horus Heresy, Horus, unsurprisingly, took half of the legions with him. He took a bunch of planets, some of the Imperial army.
It's that sort of 50s vibe. That's probably why you're feeling that they could fit into Fallout a little bit.
He also caused a schism between certain elements of the Mechanicum.
No, I have not listened to the Day of Ascension.
A whole cadre of them.
I have a hard time listening to audiobooks, so I tend to try to read them. I'm actually like physically reading Fulgrim right now. But that sounds really cool. A Gene Stealer versus Admech. That's cool.
And one of the things he did is he opened
I don't feel like that's a matchup that I've seen talked about much before, actually. I feel like Gene Stealers always end up being like either against like Imperial agents or like sisters or
Overlord, Heavy Stalker, which you can see.
They tend to be in noir stuff.
Oh, that's the miniature. Look at that. It looks so insectile and strange.
I love it.
Scuttling across the sands of Mars.
Oh my god, it's so good.
So this is the kind of thing we can expect from the Dark Mechanicum Force. Now, do they carry the same weapons that the Mechanicum have?
To a degree, so the vast majority.
I love that we're actually getting Dark Mechanicum. This is so
to
cool.
those who play the Mechanicum, but you've also got horrifying weapons like.
Do they not do this in 40k? Where is
Imperium is pretty okay with horrific.
My Dark
weapons,
Mechanicus
so to have
in
a
40k
prescribed weapon by the Imperium means that it must be terrifying.
That's banned by the Imperium. It's that bad. That's crazy. Well, these guys are absolutely terrifying. Now, I wanted to say what's really exciting here is this is the first time in any of Games Workshop's games, I think, that we actually be able to play the Dark Mechanicum as a playable faction on the tabletop.
You know, we've seen a few characters that kind of lean in that direction.
I'm sad that they're only showing us this one model. Like, guys, it's really cool, but I want to see more of them. Show me more.
If you want the rules for these,
I know, right? Put Dark Mechanicus in 40k. Games Workshop, do it.
Inside here,
stop being cowards.
Things we expect. So we've got loads of lore. We've got the rules.
I hope it sells well.
Groups.
I hope it sells well.
And one of my favourite things, unsurprisingly, is the narrative of the fall of Magma City. So if you're familiar with the Mechanicum, maybe you've read some of the Horus Heresy books, you'll have heard of this. Pluvial Maximal's city that eventually gets destroyed during the Schism of Mars. And this is the first time we see the Stalkers in action.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought they were.
There we go.
That's so cool.
That's the first of the Dark Mechanicum we've seen. There's going to be more coming, of course, scuttling its way towards us. And
I'm excited to see more.
On the Warhammer Community website, specifically on Heresy Thursdays, where more may well be revealed in the future.
Oh my gosh.
That's all a bit grim and dark and bleak. Should we have a look at something a bit
I think the Venom Crawler's going to be way too big for it, though, because this is Imperial Legionalis. What?
Make a pie crust from compressed card bars and fill it with a ton of Munitorum issued nutrient base.
All right.
Bake it on the exhaust of a Lehman Russ until it's piping hot.
Is this like is this the holiday mini for this year?
I think so.
Oh my god, why did the stream just suddenly stop? No! There we go. Sausages! Yes!
To cook them, borrow a shovel from one of the Kriegers, ignore the heavy breathing, stick it over a fire, and and sizzle. As it's a special occasion,
It's so good!
mug of gravy too. You should be able to find a chem frozen bird.
Oh my god.
Rattling mini.
It's so good! Look at those little scamps.
Too much and it'll be cremated.
Okay, I need this. This is so good.
Bon appetit.
It's not another goblin.
It's not another goblin. It's great. Like, no, don't get me wrong. I love the like holiday themed goblins, but this is so much better. Because this also like leans into like people live in this world. It brings that like the books. I feel like a little bit more to life.
Painting project perhaps for the holidays. It's designed to be painted and enjoyed really. But I've got questions. Right, so we're in the grim darkness of the far future, Alex. These are rattlings. How have they got themselves a lunchbox full of pies, chicken, and sausages?
So rattlings are not typically trusted, and they're not greatly liked a lot of the time.
Also, is this the first time they've like acknowledged rattlings in
however,
ages?
They've taken upon themselves to acquire those, and whilst you're at it, why not raid the officer's mess? Grab as much food as you can.
There's a major gone without his chicken dinner somewhere at some point.
He sat down somewhere, and some chef is about to get an unfortunate telling off.
It's just a great miniature. Such good fun.
I love his.
Yeah, it's going to be available over the holiday period, coming soon while stocks last. So get hold of that if you possibly can. Don't miss this one. It's going to be a great model to paint up. Hey, do you know what? You like rattlings.
I like rattlings.
I like rattlings. Do you want to see some more rattlings?
I would love to see more rattlings. Oh my god, what? Oh, we're getting a rattling kill team! Ooh, those are orcs. Those are not rattlings at all. Thank you for lying to me, Games Workshop. Okay, there they are. Ah! Oh my god, look at them! Oh my god, the dog! I love it. I love it, 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 I love it. This is great. The cats, they're updated now. Fuck yeah, they are. Also, I love the like super upbeat, like
They're screaming.
we're getting rattlings in Kill Team.
Oh, cool.
So it's orcs and rattlings.
Okay, that is Kill Team.
And they look
Brutal
great.
And Cunning, the new expansion for Kill Team coming real soon. Now, of course, here we are today, 5th of October, is the release date of Hivestorm. It's in the stores right now. I saw it in Warhammer just now.
I'll take care of that later.
Thank you very much indeed. Carry on playing Kill Team. It's
Everybody's
fantastic
side,
fun.
our
You
wallets
see
all
your
cry.
models and your games with the hashtag new Kill Team. But if you're a big fan of Kill Team, and if you're not, why not?
They do look a little
Go
catachanny, don't they?
Brutal and Cunning, the new expansion. Which
Yeah, no,
comes with
that's
2
so
brand new
cool.
Kill Teams
Yeah, it's specifically
and some
tank buster
scenery
orcs.
as well.
So they get
We've got to
all,
talk
they're all
about this. But
punchy.
first of all, before we talk about the insanely cool,
Also, I love the
tell me
squig.
where the action takes us. We're still on Volcus, right?
Yeah, we are indeed. So we're in the undermuzzle, which is basically under.
Oh, he has
the
a
massive
coffee
posts.
mug. Oh, look at them. They all have food. I love her.
Basically,
So good.
the orcs attempted to invade because who doesn't want a giant gun?
Oh god, all of these models look fantastic. They did such a good job. I love his hat in the back there.
The Imperium went, I don't think so, and blew up the moon.
That doggo is so
aimed for the fleet, actually, hit the moon.
precious.
Still destroyed the fleet.
He
though.
looks so grumpy.
You'd assume that you killed all the orcs, but no.
You just land.
So they've come down, and as any mech boy.
Oh, I
does,
love the
with
tripwire.
this
Do you see that?
basically
It's like on
decided
its
that
own
they're gonna
base.
Try and take this opportunity while everything's going on.
So they're
Volcus
setting up little
to,
traps. That's kind of
basically control
cool.
the gun.
And you know, if there's an orc invasion taking place, who better to send out than the rattling snipers?
Oh,
You know what I mean? It's the people I go to straight away. We've got to take a look at the miniatures in this box.
Right? The
because it's
rattlings
thing
are
that
great.
Is blowing all our minds. We'll start with the orc faction first. This is the orc kill team, Razgor's Wreckers, who basically have brought all the rockets to the fight and like shooting them and blowing stuff up.
So you've got half your team is heavily.
I'm off to the side reading about how Berkeley students stormed the game day show this morning.
Oh my
These guys
goodness.
They knocked the
taking all the
fences
glory,
over
shooting
and they
them
all
all.
just like were partying.
Yeah, these
Oh,
are tank
amazing.
busters, which we've seen in 140,000 before. So if you're an orc
I like how
player,
both sides
you'll
do in
love to
fact
get
have
your,
dogs.
green hands on these as well. and they just love shooting rockets so much. They've actually got a rule in the game.
We've got little squigs for the orcs, and then we've got a dog on the rattling side.
They get to APL next turn, so they actually get literally hyped up by shooting at stuff, which is really, really cool. Should we take a look at some of the miniatures, some of our favourites we picked out? This is the Wrecker Boss Knob.
He's cool.
The most tooled up orc in the kill zone.
Fist.
He's about.
I like the hammer.
I was going to say, are all these guys tank busters?
It does look like it. Yeah, it's all tank buster, and then so like tank buster versus rattlings.
When he's fired in, he's got another chopper on his.
So pretty cool kill team. It's the new kill team, like 2 players.
It's interesting because in 40k, that's basically
great,
a orc anti-tank unit versus a Imperial Guard sniper.
Yep.
I
love them.
Those are
classics.
Yeah, remakes. Actually, I have those too in metal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In metal? Oh, I have to find those.
On the right, he's got the rocket.
Is it in the big orc container that we have?
Okay. Wherever all the pewter ones are.
Yeah, I think that's where they are.
Dangerous weapon indeed. We've got the Breaker Boy Crusher to look at here. This guy's coming to battle.
They have to listen. All of their systems, except for Warhammer, like specifically Warhammer 40k, they add cute critters too.
Push people away.
It's just 40k that they don't do it. I mean, you get some squigs and like with
some dogs,
but like I feel like you don't get many.
This kind of thing.
That's true. You do get the Crute Hound.
This really kind of visceral.
The Arbites have dogs.
On sort of feel to their armor. They've hammered these.
It's just hard to justify a dog's strength versus the Space Marines.
Yeah, true. Which is really nice.
You know, I will say, Tom, that is a very interesting thing to call out. We're putting orc tank busters in a game system with no tanks.
A devastating tank hammer, and you'll.
It does seem like the rattling should have the advantage.
He can just hit you with it.
I agree.
Or he can press the big.
But I'm curious, like,
hit you with it, and the
results may vary.
True. The other thing, though, is like Kill Team also, in my opinion, is
what a great looking. They really are such cool miniatures. But
obviously, it's a popular game system as well. But I also think GW does use it as a way to facilitate adding
a
random
sniper team of rattlings,
unique units, or like a more obscure units.
Not so good at close range warfare. We'll come to that in a little bit.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm wondering if that they're trying to do is like they wanted to update them anyways. They didn't have a good way to do it, so they threw them into Kill Team because they knew that would bring proper good attention to them because it's a popular system, especially if they're putting them up against rattlings, which I think people like. Have been asking for the return of. Yeah, everybody wants the sniper hobbits back, right? In the same way that we all wanted squats back, even though they didn't let us call them squats. I find it interesting that they're letting us.
There's still squats on Necromunda.
True, but like the Votan are not like we got like the Votan instead of just the full fledged like just calling them squats.
He stood there with a cup of tea and was watching from the back. Also, he's got a rule where he can direct the firepower of the rest of the squad, and if he shouts at something to die from a long range, it's almost certainly going to get shot. The next model we've got here is not just my favourite.
I mean, this is very tempting. I definitely would love to paint some sniper hobbits.
Look at this guy.
I gotta admit,
snipers in Kill Team
when they announce 11,
taking big guns.
Guard is on my short list.
This gun is called a tank stopper rifle. Right? No tanks.
Like I might bring over some of the Lehman Russes.
So it's a bit overkill.
But like
he's in trouble when he gets shot by this thing.
I mean, that would be very cool. I'd be into that.
No, this is definitely my favourite thing.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. We did see rattlings in Blackstone Fortress. Because there was the twins or whatever that were two of the hero characters you could play as. I love the sandwich.
Power pack attached to it, but atop that power pack,
it's so good. It's those little elements that I actually really like. Also, I love that he's in basically like a hoodie.
Look, you gotta have something to do in between reloads.
Shout out to the paint job on the
toast.
Dude, right? That toast looks amazing. Honestly, shout out to the paint job in general on this. That glow effect on the stone there. The sandwich looks edible.
Everyone's favorite.
Like,
this is the rattling battle mutt.
Such a grumpy boy.
So good.
The most determined of
that little face. Oh my god, I just want to snug him.
Across the kill zone, don't you?
Also, his little ear.
He's got a special rule, doesn't he?
He has. Now, I mentioned before that the rattlings are quite long-range specialists and not quite good at close range.
He's so cute.
Now, they've actually got a faction rule called
What kind of dog is that based off of?
If the enemy come towards you, they
oh
can
my god,
an
ogre and Kill Team would be so rad.
Coming towards these little rattlings,
exactly.
And having a cup of tea.
It'd be hilarious.
Two guys in
the battle mutt.
It would be two two guys, a commissar, and a dog.
Barks, a warning cry, and all the rattlings around
You
him
get 4
just
minis.
spark
I
up the
love
shadows
it.
and get out of the danger. So he's a good little boy that saves the rest of the team.
He did not skip leg day. No, he is a strong-legged boy.
Brilliant. So there's not.
It's because he's climbing up all the stones and stuff.
Brilliant, but it also comes with that really cool scenery before saw as well. This is the bunker that comes with.
Rattlings are on the side of the Imperium of Man.
Kill Team collection, but also
French Bulldog. That might be what it is. Yeah, that does look because like I feel like I kind of recognize it, but I don't know dog breeds well enough to specifically identify. That's why I was asking. But you might be right. It might be a French Bulldog.
I'm gonna guess that
very cute.
The calm and sensible decision to defend. No, they're gonna destroy it.
Smashing the walls down for sure. So there we go. That is Kill Team Brutal and Cunning, which is coming very soon. Now, speaking of,
he might just be a very buff pug. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. 10-4 miniatures.
That's the one.
He's just so good.
I am
excited about the Rattlings
here for your games of Kill Team, where these two are trying to steal the food and lunch pack in the middle of the kill zone while a battle rages on.
Okay, that's so cute. I love that he has a specific Kill Team like narrative tied around him. That is adorable. See, that's the like fun comedy stuff that I wish GW did more of. What is this? That was a Crimson Fist. And that's a Black Templar. Excuse me, what?
Okay, it's an animation.
That is amazing.
That's cool.
And if you like what you've just seen, at the end
I
of the
think
stream,
did I not see a Crimson Fist pauldron?
Of the short.
I'll be doing that straight away.
It was blue with red.
Right.
Fist.
Do you know what? I think
that would be a Crimson Fist.
It has been a seriously wonderful stream.
Has indeed.
Fantastic stuff. Take us through what we've seen again.
So we've seen Warhammer Underworlds.
Yep.
We've been to the Mortal Realms.
Yep.
Seen a bit of 40k with those battle forces.
Yeah, we saw.
We've seen Kill Team at the end there.
That's
and
right.
Legions Imperialis.
Of course, not to mention we saw Galmaraz itself.
Thank you for subscribing, Danny Dugong.
In between as well. It's just been a wonderful set of previews. Thank you so much. And thank you all for watching as well and joining us on Warhammer Day. I really do hope
Crimson Fist, Black Templar, and I think Space Wolf.
You're going to go ahead and paint some of those Kill Team miniatures?
I think so.
I've got
okay, so I wasn't wrong about the Crimson Fist. I'm so hyped for the Crimson Fist!
More of the stuff you've just seen.
Father
Dorn! More about what you've seen. There's more pictures and way more information.
I learned about the Soul Drinkers recently, who are also a second founding of Dorn, and I am intrigued.
The next preview is going
also, apparently, the book is written by the guy who wrote Flight of the Eisenstein, and I really like that book, so I'm excited to read it.
As well.
This has nothing to do with Warhammer.
Yeah.
It is a pro wrestling thing, so if you don't hear about pro wrestling, please shut off for 30 seconds. But they have announced that at the pay-per-view later today, the match between Finn Balor and Damian Priest is sponsored by Dragon Ball.
That's fucking awesome. What is this?
The preview for next time. Finally!
Oh my god! I need to see more right now! How dare you, Games Workshop, you... Ah!
I'm sorry for your ears. I don't know how this...
I backed up specifically so I wouldn't be as loud, okay? How dare they? How dare they? How dare they cock tease me with an eagle wing?
Well, that's the Phoenician next year.
Why are they making me wait?
That's right. It is a tease. Perfect for Selenesh.
Okay, long beard Dan, don't justify them. I forgot we had even talked about having him be available because I got so overwhelmed by the rattlings and how cute they were and that dog. And then they reminded me of like, hey, Angela, did you remember that we thought maybe you might be seeing Fulgrim, but guess what? We're not showing you him yet. He's coming next year, and we probably won't talk about him until December. Do we have another preview before the end of the year, or was this the preview for the end of the year?
They have said that that is all the releases we're getting this year, so I think that's it.
Okay, so but I know that we're not getting any other.
I don't know. They won't
okay.
tell us. If they're gonna do one, I just imagine they might do one in early December to sort of give us an idea of what's happening post New Year's. But
yes. Also, Super Ego, you're absolutely right. The bluest of ovaries. How dare they blue ovary me? I want to see him in all of his glory and his snake ass. I need it so bad. They don't touch Slaanesh like ever. And like, I know it's gonna still be probably, God, I hope they don't downplay it. If these guys aren't ornate and gaudy as fuck, I'm gonna be so disappointed. There should be little like dicks woven into their like armor design subtly.
It's not all sex. It's also drugs and rock and roll as well.
Okay, fine, yes, they can. It's actually about the overwhelming of sensation.
I know.
Games Workshop.
AKA gooning.
AKA exactly. Legitimately though, that was a pretty decent preview. I legit am upset. But also excited to potentially see beautiful Fulgrim. We're getting an anniversary edition of Dawn of War 2.
It's already updated.
Oh shit, there's already an updated version of Dawn of War 2.
Yeah, it doesn't have any kind of high definition support or anything. It's more of they just rolled all of the DLC together.
Oh, okay.
And I think did some
like graphic upgrades. No graphical upgrades.
No,
okay.
I think it's more of they just made it so that it runs on Windows 11.
Okay.
And like I was reading reviews and like old bugs are still in the game and such. It's just here you go, still works.
Andrew, that is wonderful news. We're getting a preview in November, apparently at the World Championships.
Oh, okay, cool.
So maybe at that preview,
they're gonna just preview a single. Yeah, it's gonna be a single noise marine, and then you're gonna see the silhouette of like his arm and like
the eagle or something. Or
yeah,
like,
you're gonna see like an eighth of the miniature.
And then I'll get to scream again about how they still are blue ovarying me. Ah. Okay, well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the preview. This was fun. I legitimately always enjoy doing these. They always upset me by not showing me what I want to see. They know how to keep me coming back for more. Damn them. Damn you, Games Workshop. But legitimately, this was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to go ahead and head out now because I want to head to the farmer's market before it gets like too picked over. And actually, what time is it? Oh yeah, actually, this is exactly the time where I wanted to be going out. So yes, I'm going to go ahead and head out. You guys have a good rest of your day. If you are interested in hanging out with me and watching the Bad Blood Premium Live event from WWE, aka their pay-per-view today, feel free to join me over on my Spicy page, the free one. And we will be hanging out watching the pay-per-view.
At what time?
At 3 p.m. Pacific Standard, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, or whatever your regional equivalent is. But
11 p.m. UK.
Yeah, I think 11 p.m. UK, London time. But that's when that'll be happening. So 3 p.m. Pacific time, which is my time. Figure out your date or time at that point. But I'm going to be watching the pay-per-view live over on my Spicy page, so feel free to come hang out with me. It should be a lot of fun. I always enjoy doing that. We've done it a couple times. It's always a lot of wild shenanigans. I will be so sassing up CM Punk the entire time, because if Dwayne actually shows back up and he
Punk is probably winning.
I'm aware, and I feel horrible for Drew in this entire, like, of everybody in this pay-per-view.
Drew's having a great time.
I hope Drew is having a good time, because I feel the worst for him, but I'm gonna be laughing my ass off the fact that, like, CM Punk ended up not headlining this show. I was forgetting the words for a moment. Sorry. Headlining the show, main eventing this show, because I think Dwayne's coming back and it's just like the pipe bomb, and it makes me laugh so much because it just if you know, you know my feelings about CM Punk. Also, go Drew. I hope you win, buddy, but I really don't expect it to happen. Anyways, but yeah, I'll see you guys at 3 p.m. or your regional equivalent over on the Spicy page for that pay-per-view watch along party. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go get some fresh fruit and some locally made butter and all of that because I have a farmer's market to go to and I'm trying to be healthy, damn it. All right, guys, see you later. I hope you enjoyed today and I'll see you next time. Bye.